What up, everybody? Charlie be back in the building. Welcome to Bizarreville. I want to give a special shout out to MD Grant. Thanks for the super. Thank you. Appreciate it. Should have gave you one yesterday. Just so busy. I got you. Yo, there's too much I'm gonna delve into today before I get into the show, because today's show is, how can I put this? You know how Charlie be like that. And a lot of what I just said Tim proved today, right? But not in a good way. You feel what I'm saying? So we gonna get into it. I don't waste your time. Let's go, man. I had somebody come in my comments maybe a month or two back, and they was like, them boys don't know how to drive. Tim should be teaching them this, should be teaching them that. Now Tim is about to tell you how long this little boy's been driving. But let me just say this. We already know Tim. We ain't never seen Tim Jr. cut no grass. We ain't never seen Tim Jr. even weed eat. But all of a sudden, this little boy been driving for years. You just gonna make the kid to steal your kids in your life, allegedly, and make them go with it? Come on, man.
Who taught you how to bake?
Did you see Tim Jr. as soon as he cut everything off? You see the look of approval, like, and then Tim started talking? Okay, now here's where we going from here. He's about to, I ain't gonna say make Tim Jr. say something, but he's gonna ask Tim Jr. a question. He's gonna correct Tim Jr. because Tim Jr. has his own opinion. But once Tim Sr. says something, watch what happens.
Bag up, boy. You bag up pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Who taught you how to bag up?
Dad.
Dad and Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So what are y'all about to do now? What are y'all doing? What's going on here? What are these children doing, having responsibilities and looking like men? What's going on?
So we're doing farm chores, and we're working all together to do farm chores. So right now we're getting hay for the sheep and the Sabbath side, and Dad and Jesus taught us how to drive the Sabbath side. So I know.
Okay, I'm looking at this two ways, and I don't want y'all to get mad at me and be like, oh, Charlie B said that. I don't want you to take this wrong. Number one way I look at it is this. When he asked him, who you driving good? Who taught you? You driving good? Who taught you back up like that? Dad. And he was all smileys. That little boy was happy, I guess, for the last couple of weeks. Tim been teaching him to drive that thing. Now, this is my whole point. Tim, why do you always have to, why couldn't you just take the credit from your son? Like, I taught my son something, he was proud that Dad spent some time with him. You had to throw Jesus in it. You have to throw Jesus in everything. Couldn't you just let that little boy have time with his dad and y'all just have that moment? That's number two, right? Or, did Tim Jr. forget his line and Tim Sr. was like, I got to say Jesus too. Because at the end of that, Tim Jr. said, Dad and Jesus taught us. You feel me? So I really don't know. Like, it looks weird. It don't look weird. It kind of look weird. Am I being petty? Let's go, baby.
And this is the same way that I learned how to drive out in farm fields. And I've never had a wreck, like literally my whole life. I've never had a car accident. Can you believe that?
Mm-hmm.
But it's because I learned how to drive out in farm fields, out in open pastures.
And Jesus.
And Jesus, that's right.
Okay, Charlie B, why are you showing showing us Tim talking about him driving. We don't care, because I know you missed it. You believe I ain't never had a wreck? Because I've learned how to drive all out here in these fields. Yeah. Well, Tim, I'm pretty sure if you do the math, brother, I'm pretty sure a lot of people watching right now can say, I ain't had a wreck in the last 10 years. Because let's just be honest, that's all you've been really driving. You went to jail when you were 16, 17 years old. You got out when you was 2 or 3 months before you turned 24. So what? 11 years? How many of y'all can say, I haven't had a wreck in 11 years? But to him, that's his whole life. And he's trying to be, I ain't never had a wreck. You've only been driving about 11 years, buddy.
But we have hay on this cattle hauler here.
Tim, you don't need man I know to turn a cattle hauler into a hay hauler. Are you ever going to haul any cattle? Let's see.
But I'm going to show y'all how Tim Jr. does the hay. We went through it a couple times, so y'all don't think that I'm just putting them out here and they don't know what to do. There's intense training that happens before y'all ever see it, because y'all don't see everything on camera. But
like you said, we don't know what goes on off camera. But from what we see, you having them boys doing on camera, oh, that's way too much. That's way too much, and you think it's cool. You honestly think it's cool. You talk about somebody called on us, somebody be messing with us.
He couldn't lift the hay bale by himself. He was kind of straining without, because it was too high to get on the back of side by side. And so we developed this thing to where he gets another hay bale, puts that hay bale on top of it, and it's just easy. Did you have to strain to do that, Tim?
No, I just put it up there and push it up there.
But the first time you tried to get it on there, you couldn't get it on there, right? Mm-hmm. And then we worked at it, and then we figured out. What do we figure out to do? Explain to us what you just did.
So, we got the hay bale. I got the first hay bale and put it right here, right behind the side by side. Then I got the second hay bale and pulled it over here and put it on top of this hay bale, so it's high enough for me to just like flip it over.
Flip it over, no strain at all, right? Because we're not trying to strain ourselves.
No jokey joke. I played all that for this reason, because I got a couple things to say, right? All right, y'all don't want to strain yourselves, right? Where'd that come from, Tim? And peanut game. I'm sorry, I broke. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's jokey jokes. Peanut game, you came in here and you was like, wait a minute. And now this brother's answered all the questions like them boys, they lifting this and lifting that. Now Tim answering y'all, so y'all got y'all's answer, okay? They don't want to strain themselves, but I guess if it happened, eventually it happened. All right, now, this is where I'm going with this. Tim, you're a liar. You and Tim Jr. came up with the, y'all just went through it, racked y'all's brain, and allegedly came up with, oh, we're just gonna set a hay bale right here, and then I'll climb up here, and then I'll just flip the hay bale on. Do you know what that is, y'all? Do you know what that was? If you go back some videos, that's the same way Tim gets his pigs in that cattle hauler. He puts a thing of hay down, and he tells the pigs to go. They jump up on the hay, and then they jump up in the cattle hauler. That was in another show. So he already had that down. All this, we figured it out, so you wouldn't strain yourself. Did you strain yourself? Did you strain yourself what? Why are you even asking all this? Because over here Peanut Game has something to say. Just do you, man.
And like I think some people sometimes they misunderstand what's going on camera, because it looks like, oh, this is like too much to do. This is too much for, how old are you?
9.
This is too much for a 9-year-old to do.
You see how Tim was rolling? Yeah, because some people think this is too much for, how old are you? You still don't know how old these kids is allegedly, man. Man, I'm sorry, but that is sorry. That is sorry. Now, I might understand with y'all not doing birthdays and stuff, if you don't remember their birthdays, y'all don't celebrate it. But you can't remember their ages? Brother, you just talked to...
And we're very thoughtful about the things that we do and how we do them. And there's a lot of training that goes on. Because Tim Jr. practiced driving this side by side. He's been practicing since you were what?
5 years old.
That boy been driving that side by side since he was 5 years old.
That's what I'm talking about. You want us to sit up here and believe Tim Jr. been driving since he was 5? And your true followers coming in here talking about how he should have been driving, you should have been teaching him driving. And you want us all to believe that after all this time, oh, you've been teaching little man how to drive since he was 5, right? Allegedly, we don't believe that too. And what's really going to tick people off that don't believe that, you just made that little boy lie, allegedly. Come on, let's just be honest. You don't want Megan in your toys. You don't want Megan on your stuff, allegedly. So why should we believe that that little boy been out there rolling around? If he been starting since he was 5, so he obviously been rolling around since he was 6, right? We ain't never seen it, allegedly. And if anybody has, come and tell me, Charlie B. You petty, because I've seen that little boy driving and rolling all the time. I want to hear it.
For real. So now he's been driving for about 4 or 5 years, and now it's just easy to him. Like I say, I
ain't saying that. Well, I'm gonna say something this time. Tim, I love when you I love when you double down. Now the boy, he just said he been driving for 4 or 5 years. Y'all really believe this? Y'all really believe this? Like I said before, we ain't never seen this little boy cutting no grass, because the way they be doing chores, you think if that little boy been driving for 4 or 5 years, he wouldn't be on that I forget what he called that little raggedy tractor he got. That not tractor, not the big one. No, not that's cold. I'll give you opinions on that. Big, that thing bad. That thing bad. The orange one, yeah. Your tractor is hard. But that little thing you be rolling on, looking like a monkey on top of a football. Cutting your grass with. If Tim Jr. had been driving for the last 4 or 5 years, you would have had that boy out there every other day cutting that grass. Keep my mowed. Keep my lawn mowed, boy.
Boys, I'm not raising children. I'm raising men. Like, these boys need to become men. They will become men in Jesus' name. And so I give them responsibilities a little bit at a time, and I kind of watch them with those responsibilities to make sure I'm not giving them too much to handle. And it's like,
part jokey joke, have no jokey joke. Okay? Let's start with the no jokey joke first. Tim, you keep coming on here, spouting and raving like can't nobody come on that farm and tell you nothing? Okay. Alright. You keep coming on here wanting to spout and rave that you ain't raising children. Okay. They're children. Alright? Now, let me just tell you, allegedly, what could happen with all this stuff you trying to show for content. You could be in a situation where they come get your babies. Now, y'all want to go to the jokey joke? And after they come get your babies, you're going to lose everything. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to be ending up cleaning up at the unemployment office, and Megan going to be working at Hoochie Burger. Shout out to Martin. I wish they'd bring that show back, I swear. Anyway, that's my whole point. You go ahead and keep being on here, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that, I'm doing this. When them people show up and tell you, well, he's 9, he's 7, and he's 5, and you have to do this, and you don't want to do that, sir, they're going to be gone. Back to the no jokey joke.
Like, I'm in the position of like how God is to us. Like, God gives us things, but he doesn't give us too much to handle. Don't forget.
I'm going to be very honest with y'all. I swear for God, it's raining outside. And you know I don't like to talk about this brother when he be mentioning stuff about God that I don't agree with. Because I don't want to get struck, okay? You're their father, bro. You're not like their God. What? Here we go with this. I'm better than human, or allegedly, I'm better than you. You feel me? Like he basically said, allegedly, he's gonna rule over his children like God rules over us, because basically, allegedly, he's their God. So that makes him Megan's God. Allegedly, does that make him Grandma Lily's God? Where are we going with this, Tam?
Close the cattle house so the sheep don't get on there. But I don't give them
I ain't doing nothing, you close it.
too much to handle. I give them just enough that they can bear, and I'm here to help them anytime they need it. But
no jokey jokes at all, okay? You're there anytime they need you, right? You're in the house when they do their farm chores, bro. Okay? So allegedly, and we pray to God this never happens, but Tim, this is how Charlie B thinks. I'm not leaving my kids outside with running equipment and stuff like that at 10 years old. At 9 years old, you say now he's 9, allegedly. Okay, so I'm not leaving them out there with running equipment and doing all this stuff while I'm in the room editing. Not gonna do it, bruh. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't do it to save my life. Now, let me just say this. You just said you're there anytime they need you. Okay, let's just say, and we do not want this to happen, allegedly, Tim Jr. has a mishap and he backs over one of his little brothers, right? They have to run to the house, get you, then you have to get up off the bed, allegedly, then run outside to see what's going on. That little boy could bleed out. But you're there, right? They're running your whole farm, bro, while you shoot videos, man. Like I said, no jokey joke.
these boys are becoming men. Like, my goal has always been for these boys to be men in their teenage years so that they can get ahead
Allegedly, what's that mean? Treat 5-year-olds like they're teenagers now? Man, get out of here. Let's go.
of the curve. Because a lot of times, you know, men and boys are still boys at 18. They're still boys at 21. They're still boys at 30.
And still boys at 35, allegedly, because you do not act your age, son.
The Lord had to teach me in this season that my family matters. You know what I'm saying? So in this season, my mission is to build these boys up. I have 4 boys that I need to turn into men. Like, that's like discipleship. That's ministry. And I've dedicated my life in this season, you know, for the next 10 years or so.
And that's noble. You're supposed to dedicate your life to your kids. But can I ask you a question? I know you say seasons and numbers and everything, but this season is going to take 10 years, right? For you to raise your kids? Okay. So that means little man going to be 16 and what? Little Benjamin going to be 5? You going to be done? Like, Meg, it's on you. I'm done. My season's over. I got 10 years with this season. I had 10 years in Jackson. I got 10 years and I'm done. Meg, you in for it, baby. Because he going to have it all on you in a minute. Man, you better be... give her some time to heal, brother, because you trying to put it all on her in a minute. He just told you, allegedly, Meg, me raising these boys, you got 10 years at it.
And turning these boys into men. Getting them in a position of where they can be like,
Tim, why you always turning your head like the fans pulling in your yard?
You know, they talk about homeschool and socialization and all those type of things. It's like, that's so beneath us. That conversation is so low. Because these boys are becoming men.
Socialization, them going to school, having friends, that's beneath you. It's so low. Who are you? I just want to know. Just can you come on here and just, no jokey joke, just tell us, I am allegedly the second coming. I mean, come on, man. Well, Tim, you are better than nobody else. How can you say something is beneath you or is too low? And most of America does it.
These boys are learning responsibility. They're learning how to be business owners. These boys have the desire to never have to punch a time clock ever in their life.
Tim, that's your desire. Boys, talk to Charlie for a minute. Now, your dad's kind of right. With everything you're learning and stuff like that, and if he does go through with all this building and properties and things like that, by the end of that time, y'all will be good handymen, right? That's a tool that you can never get rid of. Look at Uncle Charlie. Now, my whole point is this. Don't take that as your only option, bruh. Bros, little bros, or as Pop would say, little homies. You feel me? Don't take that as this is all I got. Now, Tim's about to talk college and stuff like that, but on the real, y'all take everything your dad's teaching you. Don't let these videos or anything like this perturb you or not. Your dad's teaching you good stuff, right? But y'all can do what y'all want to do. Don't let him tell y'all or make y'all think that the outside world is just this crazy place and all you can do is farm. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Tim Jr., your grandma was I don't know if Army, Air Force, I don't know what it was, but you remind me and you give me her. You feel me? Like you give me that stature, you give me that, I don't suggest going to the military. You know what I'm saying? But bruh, quickest way to get out of there. I'm just saying. You feel me? With no recourse. All right? So that was just me talking to the little homies. And let's get back to the show, man.
Their desires to never have to work for somebody else ever in their life. These boys are going to be business owners.
I watched a lot of Tim. Years of Tim. Is it just me? Or does he act like if you have a boss, that's like the worst thing on the planet you have? Let me explain something to you, Tim and the boys. All right. What makes you a business owner? You get up when you want to? I do that. What makes you a business owner? You go to work when you want to? I do that. Come home when I want to and film on you and go back to work? I can do that. I do what I want. I have a boss. This is the point you're missing. I have a good boss. And a lot of people do. And a lot of people, with what you don't understand, Tim, because while you were supposed to be working at like McDonald's and Wendy's and stuff like that, learning what a good boss is and a bad boss, you was in prison. You never had the little petty job where I'm like, oh, dude was good to me. I should have did this. I should have stayed there. I should have, you know what I'm saying? You know nothing about that. You stepped right out, allegedly met Meg, and y'all built this, we gonna do this, and it worked. Right? So, yeah, I understand your opinion on you don't need no boss. And bosses are gonna just screw you over. Not all of them. Because I'll tell you this right now. When my mama was sick, it was a month. I ain't do nothing. Still got my paycheck. Right? And in fact, man, because I don't do stuff like this. If I was to show y'all my work truck, y'all be like, Charlie B, that don't make no sense. That's your work truck. It's not mine. It's a work truck. But my whole point is it in my driveway? Yes. Have I had it since, 2020? Yeah. And it's a 2018? Yeah. My whole point is this. I want to say what it is, but I feel like it'd be bragging. But my whole thing is, we don't do that on this show. Unlike you, Tim. My whole thing is this. If you have a good boss, boys and Tim, everything your daddy just said is obsolete. Obsolete. Obsolete, because when I called my mans and told him my mom was sick, first thing he said to me, what you need? I don't need nothing, I'm good. I need some time. Take all you need, baby. I own this, we on pause. That's a good man. As long as you got a good boss, boys, don't let your daddy think if you work for somebody, you're going to be in trouble. No. Because I'm pretty sure if the comments was on, there'd be a lot of people coming in like, oh, my boss is good. Boys, don't listen to him. My boss did this for me. My boss did this for me. Man, I got a cousin whose boss his mom passed away. She paid for It was a woman. She paid for the whole funeral. She paid for the whole funeral, and and this brother was only making like $15 an hour, but she loved him. You feel me? So don't be coming over here at this. Oh, everybody with a boss is beneath you and all this stuff. That really irritates peanut game, baby. Well, I ain't gonna say that because I can't speak for everybody, but that irritates me, and it kind of ticks me off because, truthfully, how can I put this? I don't know where I'd be without my mans. I don't. Now, y'all, some people are new, and y'all might not know this, but do the math. I ain't paid no rent in 7 years, right? Okay. All that money goes in the bank. Do the math. Okay? 4-bedroom crib. Right? Boss. All right? My boss gives me all this. Right? Okay. My mom's and them moved in to one of my boss's crib. What is that? Three bedroom, 2-car garage. All that. My mom, my dad. Right? He told me, you worked for me for so long, your mom can have that house. Right? So, videos back when I said I just paid off my mama's house, I didn't have to pay. These got that. You feel me? So, it really perturbs people, Tim, when you come on here and talk about, oh, we don't have bosses. We don't have this. We don't need that. Like, you're so high above other people. Some people have good bosses. And you teaching these boys that you have to work for yourself or you're going to be in trouble, allegedly, is so wrong, man.
Businessmen, they're going to be running excavators and tractors. And some of them may even go off, and go to college and get degrees and things like that. But our plan for them, as far as their homeschool, they're going to graduate high school at about 15 or 16 years old.
I retract. From my show yesterday, I gave Megan, what was it, a C? Okay, you expelled just like this. You expelled. Y'all plan on these boys going to college allegedly at 15 years old, and y'all having root beer experiments with Tim Jr.? So Tim Jr. got 5 years to get on college level. Hey, I wish I could let me touch cake. I ain't no. Come on, y'all. Come on. What, Bootsy? Come on, Bootsy. Come on, man. Come on, dog. 5 years Tim Jr. got to get. He'll be in college in 5 years. And this is no this ain't no. I don't want this to look like I'm talking about the boys. I don't. This is not on y'all. This is on your daddy and your mama. If that's y'all's goals, these boys should have been in private school. Out the womb. Let's go, man.
And then they're going to go to college and they're going to pick up trades. They're going to get at least 5 or 6 trades during those years from 16 to 21. And then at 21, if they want to pursue a 4-year degree, they can. But by the time they pursue those degrees, they will be licensed electricians, licensed plumbers, licensed contractors and architects.
You know what this reminds me of, y'all? You ever heard of like a football player that messed up his ACL or something, and then he has kids and I see it in him. He gonna play ball, right? And that's all they're focused on. You ever seen that? This is where I'm going with this. Tim reminds me of that type of parent. All y'all gonna do is what I say, allegedly, and it's gonna work for y'all. Do it. Do y'all feel this way, or am I just being petty? Because everything he's talking about these kids gonna have, he doesn't have it. We know for a fact, Tim, the way you hooked up Grandma Lily's tub, you ain't got no plumbing license. Okay. So, we gonna leave it at that. We ain't going back to the tub. We're not. If that tub overflow, water all over the place. Look, never mind. No, I said it. Look, don't. All right, now, how are these boys by 21 gonna be licensed plumbers, architects? Because we know you're not an architect. And I dare you to try to say, oh, Charlie B said I wasn't an architect. Because I'm not even saying allegedly. You are not an architect. Now, I say this to say that. You have so much high expectations of these boys. For them to go off to college. For them to do all this stuff, right? But you'll take vocational days so they can load a barn full of wood. But you expect Tim Jr. in 5 years to be in college. And this is where I'm going with this. Peanut game, we hurting it. We hurting it. Didn't I just have a show and said, if them boys decide to leave that farm and not do what Tim said, it was going to be a problem? Did I say that? We was over here. Didn't I say that? Now, let me just say this. Tim wanted to come back and justify the fact, oh, well, my boy's still going to school. My boy's still doing this. My boy's going to be this. My boy's going to be that. That's your dream. That's not your boys. Stop putting your stuff on them, man. Please. Please. And further in the video, I hope we get to some funny, but I ain't found it too much yet. Because the way this brother talks, being a pastor, I'm confused.
Ways you're learning other things. Like if you're a plumber, you learn how to do carpentry and electrical work. And so
Nope. Just lie to y'all. Nope. If you're a plumber, you learn how to be no. Like Charlie Beaton already came on here and told y'all. I'm speeding it up this time to some people like that. I can build you anything you want. I'll build you a house right now. I'm not gonna put no electric in it for nobody for no reason. I'm not touching it. I'm not getting shocked. No, not doing it. Okay. Construction, right? Framing, walls, windows, doors, flooring, stuff like that. Cabinetry, stuff like that. You come to Charlie B and be like, oh, you do this, so you obviously do electric because you done seen it a lot. Yeah, man, I done seen electric a lot, but I don't mess with it. Stay in your lane. Boys, don't let him tell you that if you go get your plumber's license, that you can go out here and watch other people work and stuff, and then you'll learn how to do other. Do not touch no electric.
nailed it.
Did you catch it? Charlie B, why you play all that, man? No jokey joke. Allegedly, these kids are deprived, man. And I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it tonight. I'm done with it. I don't care how anybody takes it, cause I noticed something, and if y'all didn't just catch that, it's not gonna be good. Tim, you got all this money, you buying zero turns, you buying all this stuff, right? But your kids got on hand-me-downs, allegedly. Okay. Did you see the little boy with his hands over the thing while Tim Jr. was getting the hay? His sleeves is like, and then Megan, when she got him dressed, allegedly tucked the rest of his shirt in his pants so it didn't look like it was hanging to his knees. No jokey joke, man. Let's go. Okay, everybody, I just showed that to. Does that look like he been driving for 5 years? Okay. Now, Charlie B about to get out of here because the rest of the video was more the same. And I'm a reaction channel. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch the whole thing. Got my point across, I think. All right? Now, so I just want to say I love y'all. Y'all be easy. And I just want to say thank you. I never thought I'd hit 1,500 subscribers. When I first started this, I thought we'd be 200-300 in by now. I swear. Like I told my wife, I was like, don't nobody really want to hear this. I probably have a couple hundred people want to rock with me, but thank you. I appreciate all y'all. Much love. Thanks for all the love from Miss T. She's doing great, y'all. She's doing great. So tomorrow, for all the supers your boy been getting, y'all know who y'all are. Tomorrow gonna be for y'all. I think I'm gonna do cause like I said, I got a good boss team. I'm about to call my man's team. I'm about to do another 4 in 24. Feel me? And he gonna be like, all right, do you, man? That's what having a good boss is. Love y'all. Y'all be easy. I hope I gave y'all what y'all wanted tonight. Charlie B out me.